Alright, working on the old Ford again. We got Mike help me. What we're going to do is we're going to try and raise this thing back where it belongs. And to do that, we have to take the tailgate off to make it lighter, because we're going to remove the bed. That way we can weld easier and see what's going on under there. But
tailgate's got to come off anyway. You have to replace the tailgate. I
have a new tailgate, so what's going on here is a roll pan down there.
Yeah, this is a piece of fiberglass, like a aftermarket.
Yeah, just for looks.
It's a go faster part.
Yeah.
So there were a couple screws, 3 of them. I took those out, and now the whole thing's all loose here, and it's already disconnected from that side. It came pre-disconnected. So it looks like there's a piece of sheet metal here that they used as like a bridge. It's pop riveted underneath the body filler on either side.
Yeah, look at that body filler.
I know.
It looks thicker than it is. I thought it was like an inch thick.
So,
but anyway,
we're just going to slice that piece of sheet metal and get rid of this thing so we can access the lower bolt for the tailgate hinge on the side.
Yeah, most of them are metal. They call them weld-ons, but this one here is fiberglass, and the guy just riveted it in place. That's why, the plastic, jumped off. That's all preparation. People see that and they say Bondo's no good, but if it ain't prep good, nothing's any good. So. All right, Mike, let's get this off, and then we'll try and get the tailgate off, and then maybe we'll get the bed off. Maybe by that time, little dirt bike and daddy dirt bike will be here.
Yeah, they'll be our extra pair of hands.
There you go.
Alrighty.
All right. Yeah, we got that bottom panel off, and Mike actually pulled. There was a piece of bodywork here he pulled on, and here it is right here. Somebody actually made it to cover up the dent and everything and the holes. It looks like a piece of ductwork or something. I'm not even sure what that is, Mike. But anyway, and this whole truck is cobbled together like that. Even the... You want to grab that for me, Mike? Even the tailgate. Mike grabbed a piece of the bodywork on the tailgate. And
how thick that is?
It's at least an inch. Mike referred to it as like an old tree.
Yeah.
You can see what they
it's like they use 2 different types of filler.
Yeah. On the top there. That's something. That's what gives Bondo a bad name, Mike. Bondo's a good product made by 3M.
Yeah.
But you get these not homeless, but these guys that work in the ghetto in the parks and stuff, and they'll do body work. They'll fill a whole car up with putty. But that's what we're dealing with here. We'll fix it.
That's right.
All right, now we're going to unbolt the tail. We're going to unbolt the body, the bed. And wait for Daddy Dirt Bike and Little Dirt Bike to get here. Alright, we're making progress. Alright, me and Mike got that all unbolted and stuff. He's checking the jack stands. Little Dirt Bike came, he helped us lift it off. Yeah, it's heavy because somebody put a 3/8 or a 1/4 inch diamond floor in here. And this thing was pretty heavy.
Yeah, that'll work.
So now we got to take these leaf springs off. See the way they have the axle on the bottom? We got to switch that all around. Put these perches on top. I got a new set. We got to weld them up there. Here's Daddy Dirt Bike over there helped us. Yeah, that was heavy, man. No way I could have done this by myself. All right, we're losing daylight here, and we made a lot of progress. We ran into a lot of trouble with the bolts, like up front here. We couldn't get them bolts out, so instead of doing that, we had to disconnect even these bolts here to hold these on. The rubbers, I probably should replace them, but they're there and they're working, so it's going to stay. So we just unbolted it from the frame. Somebody must have unbolted it one time because that's probably originally riveted. But we got the springs on top, and watch your feet,
you idiot goof!
easy, Mike. Mike's been reading too many comments. All right. Yeah. So we're running out of daylight. So I'm gonna do what I can tomorrow. I'll put new shocks on it and put the perches on. Get everything ready to get welded up, and we got a lot done though. Got a lot done tonight.
We did. It's closer to being right.
It is. Yeah. It'll look a lot better in a couple hours. We might have to have a special engine night. Alright, so I guess that's going to be it for now, huh? What do you say, buddy?
Enough of this.
Mike?
Have a good night. Enough of this.
Alright. Alright, guys. See you later. Alright, it's the next day, and took me about 2 hours to clean everything up. It's crazy. And I come out here and I'm working in between showers. Matter of fact, it's starting to shower again right now, so I'm going to have to grab my tools, and especially my electric ones, and bring them inside. But I did this one side. I don't know if you can see my shadow, but it's actually a sun shower because the sun's right there, so it probably wouldn't be, it's not going to be too bad. But I did grind this one side down, and it's nice. That's where the perch is going to go. And I turned this one bolt over because that bolt on the other side actually has a round head, and the round head sits in here. If I can get around the other side, I'll show you. And then here's the plate. The plate's going to go right on here, right around that 9/16 bolt or nut, and hold the U-bolts. Hey, look at the sun. Ay, ay, ay. I can't win. Alright, yeah, here's that little pin. That little pin, right? We're upside down now. That little pin just holds everything. It's a locating pin. Holds everything in place. So, it already stopped raining, so I'm not going to bring nothing in. Talk about humid. So, alright. Like I say, I'm done on that side. You know, I don't know if I could lift that axle up and cut off that bottom perch, because we don't need that. You know, see how easy it is. Because once I put the U-bolts on there, it's going to be tough to get to. Not that it has to come off, you know what I mean, other than looking ridiculous. So, alright, let me move everything over to the other side. Yeah, this might be helpful to some guys. You know, I started cutting it off, you know, it was weld on there from where they cut the old perch off. And I was grinding and cutting with the diamond cutting wheel. And actually, the flap disc, I don't know what, I think it's probably a 40 grit flap disc, but that worked better than anything. You know, I took that right down. Just a little tip there. Flap discs. Alright, we got a pair of vice grips on the little round bolt up here. Got clamps on it. That way these bottom springs, there's nothing holding these bottom springs on, they would fall right out. And I loosened the nut, so don't get excited. I know this isn't an impact socket, but it's all loose. It's just to expedite things here. So let's see if it comes off. Alright, see, that wasn't bad. Alright, let me go take this inside and we'll clean that up a little bit. Whoop, where you at? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, sorry I was gone so long, but this is the bolt that I took out, the round head and everything, and the nut on here. The threads, look, the threads are no good. The bolt, the nut is shot. You know, it goes on, and then it don't catch threads till about there, and even then, you know, the threads, I don't know if you can see that, but the threads on this are pretty well shot. So I didn't have another fine thread, so I just took a bolt, I think it's 3/8 bolt, and rounded the head, you know, to make sure it fit right in there, and it's a tight fit. It's a good tight fit. And then I'm going to put it on with a lock nut and a lock washer, only because this part here where the bolt goes, the bolt just sits in there, but it'll raise it up a little bit, and it'll put that right in the center. So that's what we're going to do. I didn't want to do it, but sometimes you got to do that. Alright, let me put that on. That's pretty good. Let's torque that on. There we go. It's pretty good. Let's torque the spec. Alright. That should be good. Go. Perfect. perfect hole. So tight it holds it on. And that'll go over there. We're good to go. Alright, let's start grinding down on the axle. Alright, before I start grinding, I'm going to degrease this. That way we don't gum up our sandpaper or anything. Alright. Let me clean this up and we'll get back to you. That looks pretty good. Alright, we had to clean up real fast. We got a downpour, I don't know if you see that, but we're right in the middle of this. So if it clears up, we'll continue on. If not, whenever it stops. Alright, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, it's the next day. Yeah, once it started raining yesterday, it never stopped. You know, it rained steady, hard for probably 8 hours. Matter of fact, around Mike's Way, they had tornado warnings. They broke into television shows, you know, to warn people and everything. So I hope he fared well. I spoke to him, and he said he's doing okay. So he's actually in Philly. He was on his way back home, but his girlfriend was at the house. I hope she did all right. But anyway, this is the third day. It's taken me 3 days to make this one video, just because of the weather. Yeah, I must got 4 inches of rain. Even today, it's humid. You know, my camera's steaming up out here. So let me try and clean the lens for you. There you go. That should be a little better. Yeah, it's starting to dry up here. It's about noon 30, and the sun's finally out. So let me see if I could finish up this one side here and get a little dirt bike over here. Maybe do some welding for me. Yeah, we're out at the beach. We're just trying to keep cool. It's pretty hot out today. The sun just went behind a cloud. Alright, got that pretty smooth, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack that axle up as far as I can get it. Excuse me. And see if we can get this, see if we can cut this perch off down here, because we don't need that. Alright, I don't know how easy that's gonna be. Alright, yeah, we got that cut off. Yeah, that wasn't easy at all. On our back, where is it at? Cut-off wheel down there. Got a cut-off wheel. Got an air chisel. Pry bars. Diamond wheel. Yeah, it wasn't easy. But I guess I might as well smooth it down with the sanding disc, flap disc while we're down there. All right, here we go. There's a shot of it. All right. Yeah, that's one of them things. We got it ground down smooth and everything. That's one of them things you really don't want to do, and you don't have to do, but you know it's the right thing to do. So, all right, kick my ass, but we're gonna do the other side. Here's something interesting. You know, from somebody flipping that axle under the springs or over the springs and everything, what they did was they created a crack in the frame here. I don't know how well that's focusing, but you know, this axle is probably banging up against that frame every time it hit a tiny little bump and everything. So I'm glad I found that now. I can weld that up. I don't know. One's over there, but I can take that little rubber perch off there and clean out the back, clean out the front, and have a little dirt bike weld it while it's off. But that's what happens when you get people that modify stuff that don't know what they're doing. Oh well. Just thought you'd like to see that. Alright. Yeah, we got that all done. Yeah, that was tough, man. Working on my back and grinding, sparks on my face and everything, but we got it. Now I just gotta wait for a little dirt bike to get around here. Maybe a while, because even like tonight, he can't come over tonight because he's at school till 9 o'clock at night. But he'll get over here. But you can see how much it's going to raise it, because I didn't put the shackle hangers back down yet, you know. And then when they bolt up, you still got another 8 inches there. So it's going to be 8 inches higher than it is now. Plus it's got squatty little tires, you know. I'll put some decent tires on here. So we're getting there. Alright, like I said, this video took 3 days to make because of the weather. So I don't know how long it's going to be, but what do you say? Enough of this? Alright. See you guys later.